Hello, today I'm gonna make for you brown stewed chicken. Okay, brown stewed chicken is different from fricassee chicken. Fricassee chicken is when you cut it fine. Brown stew is when you alright, brown stewed chicken can be done two ways, three ways actually. One, you can just season the chicken, put the browning in, everything, put the water in the pot and just stew that down for 35 minutes. That's brown stew. The second method is brown stew fried chicken. This is where you season the chicken and then you fry it on each side for about until it's cooked, and then you throw water on it with the season, with the browning, and stew it down. And you can do brown stewed floured fried chicken. Flour it, fry it up, and then stew it down for like 15 minutes with water. So today I'm gonna do 2-in-1. I'm gonna season the 2-in-1, but it's gonna be 2 videos. So today I'm gonna do brown stewed fried chicken and brown stewed chicken. So this was chicken. So what we're gonna need. So you need 1 pound to 2 pounds of chicken, bone with bones. 1 medium-sized onion, 1 large medium-sized onion, a tablespoon of dried parsley, a tablespoon of dried basil. Alright, I'm doing natural cooking, so I'm using natural herbs. This is optional, you don't have to use these. You're going to need a small tomato or 2, a scotch bonnet pepper cut, pimento berries, a teaspoon, 1/4 cup of oil, cooking oil, coconut oil preferably, a tablespoon of sea salt, and 3 or 4 garlic cloves. 1, 2, 3, 4 cloves. Springtime, this is optional, you can use like a couple grate of nutmeg. And you can put in it chocha, like a half of a chocha diced, or a 1/4 piece, and a piece of carrot diced. Half of a carrot is diced. But before I get the browning, you're going to need like a teaspoon of browning. Teaspoon to a tablespoon depending on how many chicken. If you're cooking more than 2.5 pound chicken, use a tablespoon. Alright, browning now. Don't put the browning on the chicken. Now for this one, now today we're gonna do the brown stew fried chicken. So with brown stew straight, then you can put the browning on the chicken. But usually I don't. You see my method. Alright, so I have 2 bags. At some point the video is gonna stop and branch off, and then it's gonna have its own video, but I'm gonna season both of them in one. So strip your garlic, so I put 4 in this one and 4 in this one. So smash your garlic, smash it fine. Smash them all. Right. The scallion. Just gonna strip these off. Dice them into this. Rinse them off and dice them. Onion, the outer layer, the last outer layer of the onion is the strongest, so just peel off just this and slice it. Thyme, piece of thyme and about scotch bonnet pepper, half, cut it half over there, and half over here. Clean up. Now that we clean some of that mess. Pimento berries, teaspoon. Put a teaspoon in your dish. Teaspoon over here. Add herbs. I'm not gonna add the herbs. I like to add the herbs when it's stewing. So when it's stewing, only for the straight, like the straight brown stew, you can add the herbs to that one. So this is straight brown stew, add the herbs. Alright, your tomato, just dice it. I know I can't add the tomato near to the end, but I want it to flavor. I want it to add to the seasoning. Alright. Your nutmeg. Forget to tell you to a tablespoon of white vinegar for each. Tablespoon. Add the salt. And for the browning, straight browning, a teaspoon of browning. That's just about a teaspoon. Alright, this is our chicken. Alright. Peel off the skin. We're not going to use the skin, but we're going to use the skin in the oil just to build the oil a little. So put one over here and one over there. White vinegar, water. And just rinse this off. Alright, once you do that, spare up the fat. Let's put with these stew chicken too, you're not gonna dice them. Just cut it like the chicken breast. You cut it one time. The chicken thigh, you don't cut it. The leg, don't cut it. Wing, don't cut it. Alright, so this one is gonna be for the brown stewed fried chicken. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator for tomorrow. Tomorrow you're gonna see this one. No, tomorrow you're gonna see this one, the brown one. So I just gonna. So this is gonna be for the brown stewed fried chicken. No, this is gonna be for the brown stewed straight chicken. So tomorrow you're gonna see this one. And this one is the brown stewed fried chicken. Alright. So this is going in the refrigerator right now. Alright, put to eat a frying pot for stewing. If the pot is dry, add oil. Put the stove gauge on 6 medium high. and the ginger, piece of ginger that we forgot to put in the bag. We'll use it. This is our brown stewed chicken part that was marinating from yesterday. This is what it looks like. Alright, get your 2 cups of water, put that aside. This is your chicken. Just add it to this. Cover that, allow that to add a teaspoon of salt. Just allow that to simmer for a minute. Okay, after the minute stir fried, add water, 2 cups of water, and put your stove's gauge on 4, and then just allow it to simmer. Don't open it, cover it properly, and allow it to simmer for 25 minutes with your stove's gauge on 4. As for the salt, I use 1 tablespoon and a half total. And after the 25 minutes, you're going to turn the stove on low and just allow it to simmer on very low for the next 10 minutes, and then we add ketchup. So this is brown stewed chicken parts. That's how it looks. You can put more browning in it if you want, but I'm not going to. So allow that to simmer. I just add a teaspoon of white vinegar, a little bit more. Just want to say something about the browning. You see, you can use a teaspoon to a tablespoon of browning depending on how dark you want it. Some people like it dark, but I kind of like it a little light. So it's 20 minutes in, 20 minutes stewed. Just gonna stir it and flip. That's the chicken skin. Just allow it to simmer. Keep the pot's lid on properly covered. stove gauge is on 4, which is like medium, a little bit above medium. And it's been 20 minutes just simmering, cover. The steam is part of what makes the stew, so keep it covered. Okay, this is 30 minutes in. You can remove pepper. As for how much water to add, alright, if you're cooking 1 pound to 2 pounds, use 2 cups, no more than 2 cups and a half, because it's the steam that builds it. The water just help it aid in its stewing, because you need water to build steam. Okay, that was 32 minutes. It's, as you see, the water break down to that much. Add the ketchup. Ketchup is going to thicken it, and then you can turn the stove up a little and just let it simmer for the 2 minutes and it's finished. That was 1/4 cup or less of ketchup. I allowed it to simmer with the stove gauge on 4 all the way for the 35 minutes. About a minute to go. When the gravy starts to stick to the bottom, that's a sign to say it's thick enough. Alright, this is the 35 minutes. Alright, that's ready. Just turn it off. Keep it covered. Go and soak up the gravy until you're ready to serve. I'm eating a brown stewed chicken parts with bread and spring beans. chicken parts. Alrighty, does this look pretty or what? Look at the texture. This is different from brown stewed fried chicken. Look at the texture. And dry. See why gravy is important. I'm not talking about what island thing. You just need to know about food instead of talking about lose weight. You need to know about food. I kind of dislike to hear people talk about, oh, what's the oil and too much salt. And look, sorry to disappoint y'all, but food is to be eaten. Salt, your body needs salt. If there's a disorder, cancer mean disorder, you know. Do you know that disease and cancer mean disorder? If you have a disorder, too many of y'all eating food that's not going through your body. It lingers in your body and create disorders, and disorders is cancerous disease and so forth. It's not the salt, it's not the oil and butter, yeah, because that's processed. Those are the stuff that linger in your body. Let me give you all a story. My mom, she traveled with high blood pressure, and she was the one that let me started us grow up without salt and so forth. And since I got on my own, I started eating salt. And just not eating, eating it the right way. And she had pressure up until she was around 62, and she still got a stroke. You know what I believe, I could be wrong, she had a pressure, is her temperament. She needs to relax more, relax your brain. Nothing is wrong with working hard, but take some time out for yourself and eat well and love and all those beautiful stuff. And I bet you won't have pressure. It's not food. vegetable. This vegetable. Nice. See ya.